This week, we are going to show you one of the most elegant 55-plus communities in all of South Florida, located right here in Palm Beach Gardens. These models are going to blow you away. My name is Ray Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by EXP Luxury Homes, and welcome to Esprit of Avenir. I rarely get the opportunity to film this model itself. I'm told it's selling very well, so I have to work it in. Welcome to the Madeline. I'm going to start outside, and you're going to see some of the features that make this home a little bit different. The elevation they're using here is modern. That is very popular today. When you see like the garage, the windows in the garage, that's sort of a modern feature. Also like the angled, the angle on like that roof, the slanted roof, that is really popular. So this is in they call it the Cassidy collection. This is the biggest home in the Cassidy collection. Those homes we're going to later today are selling the most, but this is the best selling of the smaller homes. And I want you to tell me what you think, if there's a reason why this home is selling out the others in this collection. So the orientation of this kitchen is different. So this compares to the Lila, or they call it the Leslie here at Esprit of Avenir. The orientation of the kitchen, if you could see, if I'm cooking back here, I'm not looking outside, I'm looking there. So that sometimes bothers people. Does still have the walk-in pantry. They're using nice GE monogram appliances, both for the fridge, the cooktop, the microwave double oven that we just saw, double oven microwave combo. I do love, and you tell me what you think of this, the sliders. They're the ceiling to floor sliders, 4 panels, lots of windows. This gives you a lot of light. The other thing they show here is the fireplace. That's not really a fireplace. It's more like an electrical aesthetic feature. It's electric. This home is actually pretty, flexible in its size. It starts at 2289 square feet under air. It can go up to 2845. I'll show you around. The next 2 models I'm going to show you are their best sellers, so stick around for them. But before we do, let's show you the rest of the Madeline here at Esprit of Avenir in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. You can see here as you walk in, they decided, and I'll go up there in a minute, they decided to do a bonus room. Every single model here at Esprit is a 1-story with the option to do a 2nd story. It's more like a loft than a full floor. So they decide they're showing the model this way. I showed you that bedroom. Here is the other bedroom. This one is an ensuite, and it's a decent sized secondary room. I don't get a chance to film this one too often. Again, I normally do the Leslie or the Lila because it seems to me that seemed to sell better, but this one is selling more. I mean, every community has a different personality, attracts different people, and that's what's selling here. Let's go check out the master. The builder here is Coulter, and one thing that this builder likes to do is it likes to, as I open this door here, they like to do the master closet off the master bathroom. It's just a feature. If you don't like that, you're going to be hard pressed to find models that you like here, but most people I find appreciate it. The other factor that they do is the master and the loggia. They always, the patio outside, the lanai, as people sometimes call it, you have the ability to kick it out 4 feet and extend it. You can also do the same in the front. You can also do the same in the front, kick the garage out. Again, this builder in particular, you have a lot of flexibility. They don't call it customization, they call it personalization, but it's good to know that you can do that. Let's go check out that second floor. So they don't make it so that's one big entire floor. It's more like a loft area. And there's lots of different configurations. Here they have just a closet. They have a full bath here. So you can make this a bedroom. I've seen people, they've closed this off. Most people I find make this into like a second family room, sort of like what they're doing here. It's a great place to entertain. Believe it or not, and I have the numbers downstairs and I'll let you know what they are. A lot of people, especially in the bigger homes, are choosing to go with adding the second floor as opposed to making it just a single-story ranch home. So I just looked it up here. Here are the numbers. On the bigger homes, which this is not the bigger home. The bigger home is the upper collection, which we're going to now, like right after this. 80% are doing the second floor. Here in the Cassidy collection, which is where the Madeline is, 50%. That's still pretty high. Compared to some of the other 55 plus communities, that's a high number. So we are wondering, what is the price of this home? The Madeline, $890,000 is the base price of this home. Doesn't include the lot or doesn't include the upgrades. The lots, you can get some lots here for $0. You can get a $0 price lot here. Look at the pool here, by the way. By the way, you can build a pool, and a lot of people, more often than not, are building a pool. Look at the screen out there. I mean, you can see right through as if it goes straight through. The lots go for $0 and up to about $200,000. Believe it or not, the lots that were the most expensive here in Esprit, there was one for $250,000. There was one, I think, for $280,000. The lots that were north of $200,000, they've already sold. Here, as I walk down Model Row, this is again, all the Cassidy homes are here along this end. The higher price homes are there. That's where we're going now. But I want to quickly show you. This is the Leslie. This builder calls it the Lila in lots of places. Like La Abiantis is called the Lila. And that's an all-age community right down the street here in Avenir. We sell more homes in Avenir than any other company, by the way. You're crazy if you don't use us. We're going to talk a little bit more about independent representation in a minute. What I like about this home is the flexibility. This one, you see how you have three-car garage, a 2 and a 1? It comes standard with a 2-car garage, but you could add this golf cart garage, which really can, let me see if I can get that better. Yeah, it really can hold a full car, assuming it's not like a Hummer, like a big car. But this is always, for me, I've sold a lot of these. There's a lot of, seen a lot of people, this seems to fit well. I'm gonna go here now. It's called the Hudson Collection. And these two, this one and this one, happen to be the best sellers. We're gonna go there now. Where in the world is Esprit at Avenir? So if we type in Google Map and just type in Esprit at Avenir, we get this. I zoomed out a little bit. Here is all of Avenir. As you can see, we are all the way here west. This is going to be the community, 490 homes, minus a little bit, more about that later. You can see we have several other communities here. This is their other community, La Biance, there's Apex here. I'm zooming out a little bit just to give you an idea where we are relative to the bigger picture. We are directly west. Esprit is directly west of Palm Beach Gardens, the city of Palm Beach Gardens. There's a ton to do there. Just to name a few, you have the Gardens Mall, which by many accounts is the best mall in all Florida.
downtown at the Gardens, Midtown, PGA Commons. I mean, there's a lot there. It's one of the more active areas within Palm Beach. And as you can see, this is Palm Beach, is basically Jupiter to Boca Raton. So we are in northern Palm Beach, and of course, we are in southeast Florida. But if you want to look at like resales in the area, or really anything to learn about the area, here's the best way to do that. The best real estate site in all of Palm Beach is right here. It's livinginpalmbeachfl.com. If you want to search for other new construction communities or any other resale homes right here, that's the way to do it. Up this way, there's a communities tab. And this will give you like a lot of the big master plan communities and towns. Like as an example, Esprit is right here. It's one of the communities tabs. You want to learn more about what it offers. This is the best way. Again, this is the best site for all real estate in our area. That's livinginpalmbeachfl.com.
As we are here on Model Row, over there is their sales center. If you walk into that sales center on your own, you are absolutely crazy. We highly recommend independent representation. Independent representation means we need to be with you on your very first visit. The cost to using us to get independent representation is zero out of your pocket. It's the builder that pays us, and they're happy to do so. You can ask them. If you work with us, we'll be there from start to finish, from that first visit to the inspections, all the way to closings. We'll be there to guide you in your new construction journey here in South Florida. There's no discount for not using us. Again, you could ask them. So whether it's L'Aviance, Crestwind, PGA Verano, Astor Creek, whatever this builder's community, I sell a lot of these. This is called the Priscilla here. Across the street where their sister community, the All Age L'Aviance, they call it the Page. The way they decorate this home is very equestrian. For those who don't know, here in Palm Beach, we are the winter equestrian capital of the world. Every winter, polo players, the sport where they're on horses and they play the sport polo. We get a big group of people that come here, primarily in nearby Wellington, Florida, where you have the Polo Hall of Fame. They've decorated this house to be like an equestrian home. One of the things that appeals to people, and I'm going to take you outside so you can truly appreciate this home. One of the things that really appealed to people about this model is the openness of it. It's actually I didn't take you in the Leslie, but this is a similar setup. The only difference is this is a little bit bigger, and it has this. I'll show you this now. They don't have that in the Leslie. They have it here. They have this separate ensuite that is off the kitchen. There's your kitchen, and off this way is your see, that's your own bathroom here for your ensuite, and you get your own bedroom. So it gives you a whole entire bedroom. I'll give you the price right now for this one. The Priscilla is $1,075,000. I normally don't do that. I normally at least give you the size of the home. But I'll give you the size now. This home can be built to 2,490, almost 2,500 square feet. It goes up to over 3,000, 3,054 square feet. You're going to want to check this feature out. That whole side of the house is sort of like an ensuite treasure. I love it. The other thing that they do here, I just keep talking because there's so many things I like about this house. The other thing they do here is they do the ceiling, the floor to ceiling 4-panel sliders. Again, a lot of windows here, so you get lots of light. By the way, I don't normally, by the way, hit that like button. I want to get more people in to watch this video. Also, subscribe to this channel. We cover these communities all the time, and all these new communities. If you want to learn more about all the new construction communities in South Florida, this is the place. This is the place to do it. I know I was going to say something, I forgot, but it'll come to me. Anyways, one thing I want to mention is that in lots of these houses, you have a retractable screen. So I'm going to see if I can go out in a minute. You could literally bring a screen down and screen this whole up, making that lanai another room in your house. What do you think of that? There's a tray in there, right? So the floor to the ceiling is 15 feet. If you go into the tray, add another foot. So you have 16-foot ceilings when you walk in this home. Here at the Priscilla, I kept thinking to say Page, the Priscilla here at Esprit in Avenir. 20 years ago, my family and I relocated to this beautiful part of the world we call sunny South Florida, and we haven't looked back. Today, we truly find honor to help people, perhaps like you, do the exact same thing. So if you're thinking about moving to this area and you want to ask questions for people who have actually done it before, well, there's a few ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. But literally two of the best ways is in the description in the comments section. There's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is have some time for us to speak, either through a phone call, through a Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating here to sunny South Florida. By the way, stick around for the numbers and the updates. The new, I know a lot of you guys are return viewers and you want to get updates as to what's going on with the town center and the clubhouse. We're gonna go over that stuff. I just got some information texted to me by one of my favorite consultants here in the industry, period, but definitely here in Esprit. This is the outside of the Priscilla. Take a look. This one comes 3-car garage. By the way, there's the elevations here. Let me go here now. I can show you this. Oh, they don't show it here. Anyway, I thought the other sign, the other place has it over at L'Alliance. So they have Florida vernacular. They have Mediterranean. We did see the modern over there. So they have all these different elevations. One thing I like about the way the Priscilla shows is this. Let me show you. It has this patio up front. I love this. Not many homes here in Florida, for some reason, have porches like this, front porches. As you might know, might have heard, it rains a little bit in the summertime in the afternoon. This would be a great place to watch that. Now we're going to go in. How many of you can write upside down? I was at a presentation in another Avenir community a couple days ago. I was watching the girl write prices upside down. I'm like, man, that's a talent. Can you do that? Leave a comment down below. As I mentioned, you can kick this garage out a little bit, about 4 feet. They also did the upstairs here. Let's go upstairs now. I want to mention something while I'm up there. So they do these things upstairs, all very different. This is a little bit of an upgrade. It's a pricey one too. The glass here, but it opens this whole room up. There's a lot of different configurations for upstairs. That's what I wanted to tell you. There's a lot of different configurations. You can make this into a room. They're always off the garage. So if you have like a boy, like a college kid, let's say they're like senior in college and you want them to give like their own space and their own it, they can come into the garage, you won't even know they're there. This will be their room. That's pretty popular. But this is, I think, if you price it out, listen, reach out to us at Living in Palm Beach, Florida, because we've done the math on this. If you add the second floor on this, and we've gotten some really good deals through the builder by coming through us, by adding this floor, the price per square foot and adding this upstairs is ridiculously low. Reach out. I'd love to tell you about that. This is the office, the flex room. I love the way they do this. It's just decorated well. They've got Coulter wine. I think this is pretty neat. Sauvignon Blanc. Oh no, it's a Cabernet Sauvignon. So they show it like an office, but you really could do whatever you want with this. whenever you come into these models, they show it the way the standard is, and they show it the way they have this home made out. And this is, I think, is always very helpful. Down this way, here's the fan tray. They call it a fan tree. Fan tree, if fan tree equals fancy pantry, they make it like a little bit of a coffee bar. People do appreciate it. If you get it standard, it's normally just wires, is what it's wire racks. But I got to show you outside. Let's go outside and check out the pool. So this is a really big outdoor loggia, lanai, whatever you want to call it, with the summer kitchen. My recommendation is, I mean, when a lot of people, one of the reasons they use us is because we give them advice on what is a good, and from an investment standpoint, good use of your options money. When you buy a home here at Esprit, about a month later, roughly, you come back for your design appointment. Here at Esprit, they do a really elaborate job of it. There's like a 3-day thing. And they're good at guiding you, but I could give you some further guidance as to which upgrade you should take. I definitely feel that you should take the stub out for the summer kitchen. We do a lot of cooking outside here in Florida, but to buy the summer kitchen, I wouldn't do it. If you reach out to our team for that Zoom, I'll tell you why. You have some really private lots here. You have some water lots here. 50%, that's the number. That's a high number for a 55 plus community. 50% of the residents here at Esprit are taking pools. They have a lot of flexibility here. Some builders give you like 4 different types of pools, and that's it. You know, those are the pool, A, B, C, D, which one I want C. Here you get a lot more flexibility. This pool, I mean, pools start at about $85,000. I'll tell you, this pool is not $85,000. This pool's a lot more money. This might be $150,000, $200,000. Pools have gone up a lot over the years, but I find it interesting that the number's that high. But listen, if you're in Florida, why not? We don't close our pools here. Those of you up north, who you guys are shoveling snow last week, we don't have to worry about closing our pool. When I lived on Long Island, we had a pool, and we had to close it. It was an expensive ordeal. It was a mess. It was a pain in the neck. I do like that some of the lots are very private. I personally would rather do a private lot. I know some of you are water people. They have them both here. But the thing is, if you buy early in any of these new construction communities, you get the best choice of lots. And that's why we're really early. They're actually changed I have the number written down. They changed the number of homes that this community is going to have. And the reason is because they're selling more bigger lots. So they're decreasing the number of homes because they're going to build more of the larger homes and less of the smaller ones. You get this information by working with a group like ours here at Living in Palm Beach, Florida. But that's the new thing. I also have the numbers here that they just text me the updated numbers, CDD and all that. Again, stick around to the end. Reach out to us. That's why we are up to date on all this stuff. But anyways, the lots here, there's a lot in the beginning of a community. There's a lot to choose from. Once you get towards the end, you start working with, whatever's left. And you're probably better off not doing that. Remember I told you about that insane master suite? I love this master suite. Come in with me and let's go check it out. Not only does that suite look really nice, it's very functional. People say, well, I don't want, the laundry off my kitchen. So what? You shut the door. You do that. But let's walk in. I will walk in backwards. So here you can literally go from your closet, from your master closet to the laundry room. I think that's amazing. Nice, big, tall washer and dryers, cabinetry, sink. As you probably seen when I came through here, the closet's corner here, and then you go this way. It sort of winds around, which I think is great. Bathroom is not huge, but I think it does the trick. His and her sides on this is what they call a floating vanity. I know a lot of you guys like it. I do too. Here is, I want to leave a comment on this. I want to know what you think about this. I'm going to go in. First off, you know, they got a little bit of a lip, but it's sort of almost like a beach entry. Like you can just go down. There's no step down, which I think is helpful. They have a bathtub in the shower. What do you think? Leave a comment. I really want to know what you think. I get people that love it. I get people that's like, I want to know what you think. Here is the master bedroom itself. I love this model. I mean, this is one of my favorite models this builder builds. This is not kicked out. You can kick this room out another 4 feet if you want to extend the master. There's a lot of flexibility here at the Priscilla model, here at Esprit, here in Avenir, in Palm Beach Gardens, here in South Florida. So as I mentioned, $1,075,000. I had this, I was marketing this home. It's called The Page in La Aviance. And it was a decorated model. If you want to get on our decorated model list, reach out to info@livinginpalmbeachfl.com. We'll keep you on the list when we get those. We get them all the time. But remember, people sometimes say, I want the model, but you don't realize they're going to be more money because they typically come with the furniture. But this model over there was $2.4 million. And the reason is not that the base price is that much higher there, is because this home is filled with upgrades. There's a lot of upgrades in this house. There's a lot of upgrades in that house. It's on a better lot. Lots are going to cost money, of course. And you get the furniture, and the furniture is brilliant. So that home is still available, $2.4 million. It's the Page model over there. Reach out to our team if you want to know about it. There is a lot of quick delivery homes in here too. You don't have to build from scratch. You can get a really good deal on homes that are already being built. I have one listed here. I'm gonna see if I can get in there in a little bit. I have one listed here that if you want to get a good deal on a home that's already being built, you won't be able to choose all the features, but you typically get a better deal on quick delivery homes. Reach out to our team. I'd love to explain to you the difference, whether you're buying a quick delivery or a to-be-built home. So I'm in the biggest decorated model here at Esprit. It is called the Sophia, and this is selling really well. I'm speaking to the consultant this afternoon. They have had people that have upgraded this model so much that they've taken this home over an all-in price of $2 million. This is a very personable or a very flexible builder to do things, so you can do that here. You can also get in this community under $1 million. So they have it all here at Esprit. I'm going to take you outside in a minute, but one of the things I want to show you is this room is big. This is the flex room here on the Sophia. It's also called the Sydney in other communities, like in Crestwind, the other 55 community down the street at Westlake. We cover all these communities, and we can help you choose between the communities in terms of what's a better fit for you. This one's going to be a little bit more money, but I want to mention that one because the Sydney model there, they have this room, has a baby grand piano in it. That's how big this is. This is big enough for if you want to make it a dining room, a formal dining room, you could do that too. But let's go check this house out from the outside and then come on in. You notice those ceilings, right? The same thing here, 15 feet in the entrance to when you first walk in, is the height of the ceiling. When you go in the tray, it is 16 feet. I mentioned this is a very golf cart friendly community. Here's their Esprit golf cart. You can take the town center's coming. These are some of the updates. The town center is going to be coming. May is going to be when Publix opens, and then everything else. So by the time we kick into summer, which is right around the corner, the town center is going to be open. You can take your golf cart from your garage to the town center, where there'll be lots of restaurants, Publix, of course, and nail salon, bagel place. They've got everything there. Also, the clubhouse, this is going to be, so far, right, as it's described now, is going to be the biggest clubhouse here at Avenir in Palm Beach Gardens. So this is an example of the tropical modern. It's got that woodish look there, and it's got that, the slanty roofs that the modern look likes. This is a pretty popular elevation that you don't really see too often in other areas. We get it a lot here in Florida. Again, you have the windows in the garage. Technically, that's your golf cart garage, and that's your 2-car garage. That is probably too small for a regular car, but it's good for like a hobby room. It's great for a golf cart. One thing I definitely noticed, you notice in all these models we've seen, they all have the upgraded sliders. If you don't upgrade the sliders, what happens is you have a transom along the top there. But the way this upgrade is, it's floor to ceiling, 4 panels. You can do, in some cases, 3 panels, but I think this looks great as a 4 panel. The kitchen is also a lot bigger than what we've seen. This is a big island. Again, we've got we can see the differences here by looking at their little cheat sheet. They're telling me here that the garage here was kicked out 4 feet. That's what that sheet's telling me. The other thing they're telling me is here, this is a 4-foot kick out. This is a good example of the, see if I can get out there. This is a good example of the retractable screen. You can barely tell it, right? It looks like we go right out, but there's a screen right here. Believe it or not, you hear that? That's a screen. That's retractable. So in the summertime, I'm going to sit down here. In the summertime, you want to keep the bugs out. That's the way to do it. Actually, in the wintertime too. You can, in the wintertime when it's a little bit cooler, like when we get to be 50, 60 degrees, you keep that open. You keep your sliders open, and this becomes another room. You can watch television out here. You have a full onslaught of a outdoor kitchen. Look at this. So I think this backyard looks nice. The way it works, because we are kicked out 4 feet here, whenever you do that with this builder, let me close this up, it also extends the master. So because you can't do one and not the other. Because you did that, this master bedroom is longer by 4 feet. Back over here, again, we have this is a nice size master bath, and we got a decent size master closet. The other thing I like, so let me show you the kitchen. The kitchen's nice here. I'm gonna turn this around. There's a feature here in particular I really wanted to show you that looks nice. This way, you have, first of all, before I go there, look at the size of this refrigerator. This is a nice wide fridge. They've got like a butler's pantry. So you have this big thing area here. You don't have to do it this way, but I think it makes very, very efficient use of space here, and then it goes this way to your laundry room, which is it's big and it's hidden, and it's another fridge in here. I hope you like to eat. If you buy the Sophia, you're going to eat a lot, it seems as if. Entrance to the garage. Again, this is like your butler's pantry, and then your actual pantry is right here, and they built it out. So, I mean, if you like to cook, this is a good model, the Sophia here at Esprit. All right, so I mentioned the club. I'm going to go with some of the numbers here. I mentioned that the clubhouse is going to be built. It's going to be next summer, so in 2027, it's going to be built. And of course, I'm going to be by to the grand opening, and I'll show you. I'll do a video on that when that comes. This is going to be the biggest clubhouse in Avenir. Everything about it's going to be good. Right now, the HOA is $275 a month. That includes doing your backyard. So if you're a snowbird, as an example, and you don't want to, I don't want to be bothering any of that stuff, or even if you live here full time, because a lot of people are full-time residents here, You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It includes other stuff like, I don't know if it's cable, but they have internet and lots of good stuff. So when the clubhouse opens and the amenities are open, it's going up to 525, which is really good. For everything includes, that's good money. Now, does this community have a CDD? The answer is it does. Every community in Avenir has a CDD. We can tell you the differences between the bunch. There's a community in here that tells you there's no CDD, that they bought it out. It's not technically true. If you want apples to apples, because every community sort of frames their numbers different, reach out to us. But this is because they did their clubhouse, the CDD is a little bit lower. It's going to be about $4,000. But there are some communities here that maybe have a lesser clubhouse. I'm not going to say which ones. Reach out if you want to know. That are going to be more than that. It's going to be over 5,000, 5,500, more than that even. So we can help guide you. That's part of your taxes. And I like to explain to you what that's all about. Reach out for that Zoom. That's the best way really to get a lowdown. If you don't use this, I don't know what you're thinking. I mean, there's no cost to you out of your pocket. As I mentioned, the builder pays us. We give you guidance. And if there's a community that's a better fit, we're going to tell you about it. If there are resales for sale in here or anywhere in Avenir, we're going to tell you about it. The builder's not going to tell you about it. They want to sell you new. So we're unbiased in that regard. It's a no-brainer to use us here at Living in Palm Beach, Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by EXP Luxury Homes. So I know what you're thinking. You gave me the numbers, thank you, Ray, but I don't know what the price of that house is. Well, let me tell you. I told you you can get this home, you can build it out. With the pool and everything, you can build it over $2 million. But that's not the price. The base price of this house is $1,155,000 before the lot. You can get lots for zero, as I mentioned. You can get lots, I think 180, I think is the biggest one now. There were some above 200. But the options and upgrades, you know what? Reach out for us for guidance on that. Because if you do flooring, like an upgraded flooring, not that if you do flooring, you will have flooring. If you do upgrade flooring, that's going to be more money than if you do crown molding. Where you see a tray in these models, you get a tray. That's sort of how it works. That fireplace, that electric fireplace, it looks brilliant, right? That's an upgrade too. So again, I've seen people do upgrades of about 10%. I've seen people do 20%. What does that translate in? Reach out for that Zoom here at Living in Palm Beach, Florida. So here is that sign I was thinking of. It's right here. Let me turn it around. I'll show you. These are the different elevations that you choose from here at Esprit. So I'm going to give you a little bit of insight on what we're seeing. We work with people all the time with relocations. We are the #1 relocation team down here, bringing people to South Florida. And so I know I get good feedback as to what's selling and what's not. This is the one that's not right now. I get less people going for that one than any of them. And I was part of a focus group at one of the other builders up in Port St. Lucie, the biggest 55-plus community in all of South Florida. They brought me in as one of the handful of realtors to get feedback. I told them that this is one, the Mediterranean is one that people are getting away from. The one that people are going for is this one, which is sort of what we looked, not that one, here we go. This one, the modern, it has all those, angles and whatnot. That's real popular. The tropical modern, which is a combination of the southern and tropics that we are here in South Florida, and the modern look, that's really popular. And Florida vernacular, in the other community of the all-age community that they have, that's their most popular elevation. But anyways, I see a lot of Florida vernacular and a lot of moderns, and I think they're all really nice. By the way, is there a fee for these? The answer is yes on some of them. If you go with the standard Mediterranean, the one that people aren't picking, yeah, there's no extra cost. But the other elevations, that's called like a structural upgrade or cost. And you will pay a little bit more for those that's the Florida vernacular, tropical modern, or the modern elevations here at Esprit in Avenir. So this is a big community. It's 490 homes. Well, originally it was 490 homes. Now that they're built, now that they see people going for the bigger homes, there's more elegance. That's a sign that people with money are moving here. That's a good thing. It's going to possibly, they're gearing that number down because they're going to build more of the bigger homes and maybe lesser of the smaller ones. Man, I'm glad I'm able to get this one in. This is my listing here in Esprit. I have this house listed on MLS on behalf of the builder. It's a quick delivery home. It's one of the nicest homes in all of Esprit. I think you're going to like it. You just notice it comes with a pool. I think you're going to like it. So one of the things I like about it is got my favorite number. By the way, my softball number is 88. So this is lot 488, quick delivery home. It's actually available right now. As you can see, can you tell me what, after looking those models, can you tell me what model this is? Yes, this is the Priscilla with the 2-car and the 1-car garage. The elevation's a little bit different than what we were looking at earlier, but let's go check it out. So it looks different without all that furniture, right? But this is what you get. I mean, this is the home. I have the brochure here. If you want me to send this to you either through the mail or through a digital copy, we can get it to you. That's for this home right here. It's got the floor plan on it. The address here is, by the way, you can always look this up online, 14015 Bastille Street. As I mentioned, it's home site 488. It says it's move-in now. It's 3-bedroom, 4-bath, 1 half bath, which you know I love half baths. This one comes 2 stories, 3-car garage, a total of 2,998 square feet under air. And what an amazing pool. It comes with all those other features I was showing you in the actual decorated model. This is the bedroom off the kitchen. It comes with this master. The master is set up the same way the other one was. You have the big master here. You have the master bath with the tub there. I hope you left that comment down below. Let me know if you like that. The closet that comes around. Listen, it's not as decorated, it's just the shelves, but this is really what it is. You can take it this way and do what you want with it, which makes it better in my book. Again, here is the laundry room. So this is what a quick delivery home looks like. And you want to know what the price is? Okay, the price here is $1,640,000. Actually, let me give it to you exact. $1,639,900. That's everything. So that's not just the base price of the house. That's the land. That is the brilliant pool. That's the lot. That's all the upgrades. You can see they did one of the upgrades we've been talking about. This floor to ceiling slider, 4-panel slider. And I'll give you some of the others. Like I said, 2,998 square feet. It is 4 bedrooms and 4-bath, a private den. And the reason why it's 4 is because they have the upstairs. So, I mean, this is a big house. So if you want a house that you can move in right away, reach out to Living in Palm Beach, Florida. I'd love to help you with this one. I'd get you a good deal on it. Esprit of Avenir, Palm Beach Gardens, paradise here in South Florida.